These are the best XP farms, gold farms, Kyper farms, and weapon XP farms in the first Descendant. Alright, to start things off, we're going to be in the Fallen Arc area of Fortress. On hard mode, of course. All of these locations are going to be on hard mode. You're going to want to go follow the route that I've taken right here, go into the tunnel here in the cave, and go do the Void Fragment. It's an electric element, so you're going to need an electric element character, such as Sharon or Bunny. If you do not want to use Bunny to gain XP for this way, you can usually find people that are already doing this that have a Bunny with them, so do not fret on that. Otherwise, you can have your friend run Bunny so that way you can get your Glay leveled up, because we all know you're using Glay. Now, what you're going to want to do is sit here and basically just start it up and kill enemies. This is a very efficient farm because it gives tons of XP very quickly, as you can do this run in as little as 8 seconds if you have a high damage max range Bunny. Now, the only downside to this is it does not drop Kyper shards. So you do get a little bit of gold, about 15,000-ish or so if you have a gold boost, I believe. But it's not the best spot for gold because the enemies themselves do not drop it. They only get it for mission completion. So if you want a really good XP, Kyper, and gold farm that you can do that's very reliable, that you can do with any character, you're going to want to come over here to the Sterile lands in this area right here. This area is called the Rockfall area, and you want to do this first mission to the right as soon as you get from spawn. Quick and easy mission. You can do this with anywhere from like 30 seconds to 1 minute per run. Bunny, of course, is going to be your fastest Descendant that can do this just because of her AoE attacks that she has, as she can just run around and kill everything. Here I'm doing it as Lepic, as you can see, and I do this run in about 1 minute, I think. A little less, it's like 50 seconds or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. But you can also see I'm starting to have like issues with my mouse in this video, so that's what the jerking around and stuff, and how it doesn't seem like it looks like I'm lagging almost, or just shooting in random spots, but it's actually because my mouse is disconnecting currently while I'm doing this. But you'll see me clear it here in just a second, and there is the clear. Super quick, super easy, and here's the mission results for you. So it was about 55 seconds or so. Pretty good Kyper shards and gold, as well as XP. And next we have the good old Valve B run. Sorry, I cannot talk. What you're going to want to do is go to Defense Line in Fortress, again on hard mode, and you're going to go follow this route to go do the outpost. Now, you do not need Valby to do this. However, it is most efficient to do with her just because of her ability. Allows her to run around and leave back a trail behind her that the enemies constantly take damage from. To do this, all you want to do is really just run around in circles like this, as I am doing using this ability. As the enemies spawn, they're going to take damage and die. All of them have the chance to drop gold and Kyper shards. So you can sit here and do this until time runs out. Once time runs out and you fail the outpost, just leave the area and then come back and start it over again. Or you can continue running in a straight line, as the outpost seems to just restart itself even while you're still there. So you can essentially just do this forever. And keep doing it. I believe the most efficient way everybody says to do this is to get the boss to the immune phase first, because the boss will, I don't know what difference it makes. I don't know if the spawns increase. Haven't had a chance to actually test that myself. This was a incredibly broken way of farming Kyper, as they used to drop even more than what they do now, but unfortunately it was nerfed. But lastly, I want to talk about the best weapon XP farm, as well as XP farm, Kyper shard farm, gold farm, everything in between. I actually discovered this farm myself, but you want to go to this area in White Knight Gulch. It's called Shipment Base, and you want to go, or Base Shipment, something like that. Go to this area, start that first mission that you just saw me start. It's going to spawn a ton of enemies all over the place right here as you go to approach. Kill all of them. Once you've killed them all, it's going to pop up here in just a second with 4 points that you're going to have to activate, or 4 terminals that you need to activate that will start capturing an objective. Okay. So you're going to want to activate all 4 of them. Do not activate them one at a time. Do all 4 of them. Trust me, it'll make sense here in a second. Once you've activated all 4 of them, all spawn points for the enemies will be activated, and it will begin spawning tons of enemies. And when I say tons, I mean tons. Now, this also was nerfed. This used to spawn in every single enemy imaginable at the same time. So that way you could just basically kill everything, and once they were all dead, that was the end of it. All the enemies were gone. They usually would not respawn afterwards. But now they have changed it to where they do not spawn in constantly, and instead you have to kill the enemies that have already spawned for the next wave of enemies to spawn. Now, majority of them are going to gather around the plates, as the plates will not continue counting down or counting up unless you kill all the enemies. So there are a couple of places that you can go to seek shelter if in case you are getting in a little bit of a bind. As you'll see here in a second, I can show you one of those places that that you can use. But you see how they're all gathered up right here on the plate. You can use AoE abilities like this to just kill them very quickly, and some characters will allow you to actually gain weapon XP by using their skills, so keep that in mind as well. But when they're not gathered up like that, they will be rushing you. So you can go to the stairs, or in this case right here, there's actually a glitch in the map that you can take advantage of. Right here, in case you're getting low on HP, kind of like how I was just then, you can run over here to this little corner and just fall right under the map. Don't know why this exists. I'm sure it's going to be patched, but you can use it as a quick little spot to reload your weapon, heal your HP or regain your MP, and then just come right out of there and just use your grapple to get back up there and just start back on it again. This mission has a 10-minute timer, I believe, but it does not take very long to actually do. In fact, you can actually go faster if you kill the enemies quicker and stuff, but if you kill the enemies too quick, then the points will actually generate or capture too quickly, and you won't get the full benefit of all the enemies spawning. If you kill all the enemies and they stop spawning, that's how you know you've done it effectively, but it takes usually around 7.5 minutes for that to happen. And then lastly, the boss will spawn down here with a couple of extra enemies that you can kill. And once you've killed them, just kill the boss and you will complete the mission. And look at the results of this mission here, as I'm about to show you guys. It's a very, very good farm. Unfortunately, my weapons were already max level, so you couldn't see the benefit there. But I believe when I started that, I was only level 17, so I went up 3 levels, and I got tons of shards and gold at the same time. And that is the best farms in the first Descendant. You can also get crafting materials, so look at that. But I hope this was helpful. If it was, be sure to share it with others, and I'll see you all in the next one.